Welcome back, everyone, to Showbiz India. And with me now, I have the young, enigmatic Suraj. Welcome to Showbiz India and to Los Angeles. How does it feel?
It feels great. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. No, I literally got in a couple of hours ago, so I don't know whether I'm nervous yet or not, but I will probably be tomorrow. I'm excited, but I'm very nervous because this is kind of like the end of this in some senses, the end of this 3-year-old journey. So for me, it's a little bit strange. It's a funny feeling. It's a funny feeling.
So take me on the journey with you, along with all our viewers. When did you first find out you got this role, and what did you feel at that time?
I got this role maybe 2.5, 3 years ago now. I thought some friend of mine was messing with me because I didn't think I'm gonna get it. So initially, I didn't know what to say because maybe this is a friend of mine. I should not get too excited because then they're gonna make fun of me. Then I realized I got the role and I was just numb. You don't imagine things like this happening to you every day. So I'm numb. I go to my brother. He's been in a movie before. I said, "What do you do?" He said, "You've been given this opportunity of a lifetime. You just jump, go for it." And I was like, I didn't think too much. I just went, okay, this is my situation right now. Should probably take the leap. And I just went to Taiwan, and I'm in Taiwan for this long time. I'm learning so much. This is the first time I went out of the country.
Wow.
So yeah, it was just a whole bunch of news, learning how to swim and act and all of it. Everything was new for me. And I mean, at that point, we didn't know whether the movie would actually be finished or made. And then there was a point where people would like it or not. We didn't know. And now we know that people have kind of appreciated this. I mean, it's been going pretty well. I think we did a pretty decent job. And 11 nominations, Oscars. Did not expect that one. Yeah, so that's my journey. I don't know. It's just it's confusing. It's like a blur or a haze. It just becomes a very somber, subtle kind of situation.
You're just riding the wave, huh?
Some senses, yeah. Another one of them.
You worked with a lot of talented people, including the director, your co-stars. What did you learn from this experience?
Well, as I said, there was just 100 million things I learned because it wasn't just the director who was extremely, he's a genius, so. But everybody else, the entire crew was full of these super skillful people with so much experience. So at the end of the day, you're learning something from everybody every single minute, whether it's just how to stay calm in such a situation, what it's like being on set, how do all these different components of a movie come together, how it's all done, what do people think, how do people behave, how they are. It's just the whole thing, it's pretty insane. But at the end of the day, I think you kind of grow up on set, No matter how old you are, if you're on set, you'll grow up even more. And at the same time, you'll become a younger person because generally, I've noticed that people in the movie business they hold on to their childhood to some extent. And at the same time, when they're working, it's full on, it's very intense. So there are many things you learn at the end of the day.
So any favorite part of the film for you?
Well, for me, the most personal part is the underwater sequence when the ship is sinking, because I didn't know how to swim, so I need to learn how to swim, then need to learn how to hold my breath, and then forget about all of that, kind of go underwater and try to do the performance bit, which is kind of imagining your entire family or literally everything you've ever known drown in front of you in a storm underwater. So it was hard. We trained for it for a very long time, and it's a very pivotal point. That's when he's in the ocean for real. And I think that's my favorite part, when the lights are in front of him and he's just still. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
Let's talk about making the movie. What was your favorite part? Because I think it's different.
I think the whole thing. My favorite part was the intensity of everything. It's a blur. It's a continuous, very intense blur. People are losing themselves. We were working for so long, shooting for so long. People were drained, but everybody became so close because it was so hard. That was my favorite part. Everybody it became like just this huge 3,000 people family, and that's rare, and you don't get that every single day. And that's probably the best thing I've gained from the whole thing.
Let's talk about today's event. You met Mr. Ambani. How does that feel?
I never thought that would happen. Again, I am super stoked about the whole thing. I didn't know. I came, I was told about this. I'm like, yeah, for sure. And I come here, it's nice. And and now tomorrow. So some cool things are happening in my life right now.
Well, here's to more cooler things happening in your life. Congratulations and wishing you more success.
Thank you.